Welcome, everyone. Many times it is important to review what we have learned in the past, and we may have learned this lesson, but let's go deeper into it. And many times we say, you know, feed a fever and starve a cold, or starve a cold and starve a fever and feed a cold. I mean, what happens when you eat, when you have infection? And what do you do? Do you eat, not eat? What do you do? How does that work? There is physiology behind it. There is absolutely a known way in which the body handles it. And this is the important part to recognize. When we have viral infection or bacterial infection, the viruses and bacteria, they go inside the cell, they attack the cell. And the bacteria, they just attack and they destroy the physical part of it. But the viruses, they go to the DNA part of it and they attack the DNA part. So it's ultimately it has gone into the intracellularly. Now, when you have intracellular invasion, what does the body do? Body says this guy is no good. This guy has to be gone. This cell is not good for me because this cell is diseased, is dying, and is actually causing other cells to be in trouble or surrounding tissues in trouble. Just like when you have an injury or something like that, you can remove that injury there. That is to be healed. But if the cell is really bad, then the cells commit suicide. Cells commit suicide. It's called apoptosis. 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 They commit suicide because they are told to commit suicide by the brain and by everybody. He said, listen, you are no good for the rest of the people around. And so there are some enzymes that come out, there's certain lysosomes, and there are certain things that come out, and they actually kill that cell. They kill that cell, and that's called cell suicide, apoptosis. And apoptosis is a very important healing method that body already has. And after the cell is destroyed, then there's some mechanisms come and take away all the remaining stuff. Same thing that happens in a crime scene when somebody is dead, or like there's a fire and few people have burned bodies hanging around, or after any kind of natural calamity. We have to clear up the debris. We can't keep people, stuff laying there. Otherwise, it will not be rehabilitated. Apoptosis, cell suicide, very important step in healing. Maybe a new concept, but it's an important concept. And the second concept is called autophagia. Autophagia means you eat up everything, eat up the cell, and I told you the destruction of the cell and everything else that happens, and it eats up the various components of the cell. Autophagia. Autophagia means you're clearing the whole area. So apoptosis and autophagia, these are very crucial points. Now, when you're having infection and when you're having intracellular invasion, the cells are not feeling well. One of the things that happens is the entire system is down. The system is down, system is down, system is down, that the signals go to the brain. And that time, everything says, I don't want to do anything. You're malaise, you're feeling of not being good, and you lose appetite. That's a signal. Hunger is a signal. When you lose appetite, that is when you know that there is some intracellular invasion. It's not 100%, but it does give you an idea. The cells, that the bacteria, etc., are attacking some cells, and they're inside. That's a big, interesting suggestion from the body. And at that point, when you lose appetite, don't eat. Because if you eat at that time, you are against the apoptosis and against the autophagia. So that's the time you starve. If you don't have appetite, don't eat. Don't force yourself to say, I have to do this. Fluid is different story. Fluid and maintaining fluid balance is okay. We understand that. But giving anything more significant, we already know about this. That we eat clear soup or we eat whatever. We prepare a magni dal no pani or whatever. We do that. Clear, something clear. That is not allowing the digestive system, allowing the rest. So don't eat at that time. If you eat at that time when you don't have appetite, you are not allowing the healing apoptosis and phagocytosis or autophagy to happen. On the other hand, if you still have appetite, that may mean that some of the bacteria are extracellular, not has not gone inside. They're extracellular. If you still have appetite, by all means you need the body to have maintained the immune system. And that point, you may eat important nutritious food. Again, do not overload the system, but important food that is easy to digest and in building the immunity. So the appetite happens to be one of the signals that can help you. Is it 100%? No, but it does give you a very good indication about what's going on within the cells, within the body, fighting the disease process, immunity. And that's how you recognize what's going on in terms of our disease process. Remember those two words, apoptosis, cell suicide, and autophagia, clearing various aspects of cleaning, eating yourself up. And in that autophagy, obviously, you recognize that the body is eating up the bacteria and viruses that are intracellular anyway. That's what body is doing. It's got all these immune policemen all working and they're eating it up. Good for the body. Thank you.